Hello, good morning, my fellow EPNers. Welcome back. EPN Talk. 3 cycles down plus an extra week. So yeah, this video is about a week late, but we're heading into international break now for about a month and a half. So, eh, you know, figured it was fitting to do the video now and wait one more week rather than have week 16 kind of lag into the next video 2 months from now for all I know. By the time we're done with match week 20, but yeah, guys. I don't think these standings are correct, so we will just go to the real standings, and we will see at the top, King Marsteen's 28 points, 709.4. Ortiz flying up the ranks this week into second, dethroning Graydon, who's been at 1 or 2 just about the whole season, especially with Holland's hot starts. Ortiz takes over second place. Graydon falls to third. Carroll sneaks his way into fourth. Lynch fifth, Weston still down in sixth. He looked like he was going to climb up a little bit. He does have the second most points in the league, but doesn't matter. He's down in the depths. Yet 9 points off of the lead. This standings are tight. They got even tighter last week. Me and Ortiz winning this week kind of pushed us ahead and pushed these two guys down. Lynch had the second most points in the league this past week. If you want to look at match week 16 real quick, 54 to 69, tough time. He would have beat the rest of you fools. So guys, let's go back to the Excel. I believe this part is correct. It's just not in order. This part is I just didn't update. I think I just hard key this stuff honestly. But yeah, so who's getting the points against? Who's getting dicked? Mike, not surprising. Carol. Yep, two guys who are near the bottom of the table. I've had the best luck. What do you know? I have the most points, but also have the least points again. What does that lead to? First place through 16 weeks, guys. There is so much to go, though. 22. Let's take a quick look through the head-to-heads. Huh? Why don't we? I struggle against Mike and Kevin, 1-2. 2-0-1 against Graydon. 3-1 against Lynch, because I just played him in week 16. 2-1 against Ortiz. Lynch struggles against me, as we just saw. 1-3, 1-2 against Graydon. 0-2-1 against Mike. 1-1-1 against Ortiz. And 3-0 against Kevin. Very nice. This was the shocker. This was crazy. Wesson is 0-4 against Carroll. Think about that. Weston has a good team. I will say, everyone has a good team at this stage. There's no one that I just look at their roster and I'm like, oh, this is fucking horrible. That has happened in years past. I promise you guys that has not happened this year. I believe everyone has a pretty good team, but Weston does have the second most points and Carroll does have the least points. So the fact that Weston is 0-4 against Carroll is a huge blow because even if he's 2-2, Weston's sitting on 25 points, Carroll's sitting on 16, and Carroll's the one in the depths. It's crazy that that's the one that he hasn't been able to pull out. But yeah, he does pretty well against me, Lynch, and then not too great against Graydon and James. Next one, Graydon, we saw 0-2-1 against me, and then Graydon's got picked up 2 wins against everyone else. Pretty solid stuff, But is Graydon's team? Graydon's team has had some shocking results, though. I have to say, there have been some weeks. Let's go into the raw data and let's find G. Week 11, he had 36. Week 12, he had 29. 13, he had 43. 14, he had 37. 15, he had 21 points. 33. These are miserable numbers from Graydon. He had a tough stretch this cycle through, and I don't know. Is he going to continue to fall in the standings? Is Holland going to pick it back up? Was his team just trash, and Holland having 18 goals through 16 games or 15 games, whatever they've played, has just propelled him to the top, and now it's kind of all falling apart that Holland's not scoring? I don't know. We will see, but he's not making a lot of transactions. We'll get into that in a little bit. Well, let's finish this off. James, 1-2 against me, 2-2 against Graydon, 2-1 against Mike, 1-1-1 against Lynch, 2-0-1 against Carroll. Go to Carroll. Carroll's 0-3 against Lynch, but 4-0 against Mike, as we just talked about before. Let's look at the breakdown for the cycle. So weeks 11 through 15. Here we are. Weston went 3-2, pretty quality. Graydon, as we saw, pretty trash stuff, 1-4. I went 2-3. Really interesting. 3-2 Lynch, 3-2 Ortiz, 3-2 Carroll. The money. Lynch and Ortiz cleaning up this cycle after a lot of parity through the first 10 weeks. Not anymore. These two guys cleaned up and they got their seasons back on track because they were both struggling. Not struggling, but teams didn't look as good as they do now. I'll say that much. And then I won week 16 with that 69 pointer. So that is where we stand in all of that fun. So I was like looking at this and I was like, huh, like, oh, like I feel like the table really tightened up. These teams kind of turned around. So I wanted to look. I looked at Lynch. I looked at James and I looked at Kevin, and I was like, what changed from week 10 to week 16? So I pulled up their teams in, week 10, week 16, and I was like, wow, like what they do differently? Like how'd they get their season back track? Ortiz really only did one thing, but that's the only thing that mattered, and he picked up Almiron. Holy shit, that guy is not stopping. He's absolutely not stopping. Ever since that Jack Grealish comment last year, this guy is on a tear. He was the October Premier League Player of the Month, and he is a staple for Ortiz's team for the rest of the season, and he propelled Ortiz to second place. And I was looking, who did I look at? Who do I have up? Who's this? Lynch. Lynch didn't do too much. He swapped out a few of his midfielders. He dropped Gundogan, who wasn't producing, picked up Bruno Guimaraes, who's good. Dude, Newcastle. Everyone needs a piece of it, guys. I swear. Everyone needs a piece of Newcastle. He's got Bruno Guimaraes, and he picked up Eze. Who did he drop? Oh, he dropped James Ward-Prowse for Eze, I think, or maybe for Bruno. I don't know, but those are the two guys he dropped. These are the two guys he picked up. James Ward-Prowse is sitting out there, guys. He plays 90 minutes every game. He's having a decent season. So if anyone needs a midfielder, go pick up James Ward-Prowse. I don't. Doesn't really look like Lynch does, because Jacques has been on a tear. Pascal Gross is pretty solid, and Rodrigo has been great. One of the other things Lynch changed was he grabbed Ben White. He's been starting two Arsenal defenders, and it's been working out. They've been getting some 1-0 wins, 2-0 wins. His goalie is still kind of a mess, but and his forward is really just Kane because Havertz, meh, and then Mitrovic has been hurt. So I don't know. It's interesting to see Lynch's team change, a few moves, and then the last one I looked at was Carroll, and what did Carroll do? His forwards are still a mess, but he got Dominic Solanke. That was the one thing. Maybe that'll solidify his forwards a little bit more. Add some consistency there, and hopefully Carroll can keep his season going because he's on 22 points right now, 6 points off the lead. 22 weeks to go. I thought that was all really cool, taking a look at, what changed, what didn't. Weston's had a lot of ins and outs, a lot of changes, whatever. I saw Weston just pick up Jota. That's a great long play because he, I think, should be back after the World Cup. I'm not sure if he's playing in the World Cup. Are we gonna live Google Diogo Jota? Yeah, Diogo Jota injury. Missed the World Cup. Damn, tough. But hey, if he comes back for Liverpool, that's good for Mike. So that was a sneaky little stash by Weston that did not go unnoticed. Um, And this is how we're sitting, guys. I mean, I don't have too much to say, but we'll take a quick look at the draft room. There is something I personally want to look at. I want to see, because Cristiano Ronaldo was obviously a waste of a fucking draft pick, right? We know that. It was hard. This is even worse. Youngman's son. At least Kane and Salah are producing, and they're catching up to Holland. Hate that. Hate that. De Bruyne's good, but yeah, then there's just a drop off. As we've looked at this before, Ortiz's swing picks were pretty bad. Jesus is solid. Bowen's been Jota's been hurt. Trent's been so dude. Oh my god. Like I know Liverpool just haven't been getting clean sheets, but I hate when it does this. It just doesn't fucking show up. But like I was looking at, like, Trent had a 17-point game and like a 12-point game, and then everything else has been 0, 1, 2, or 3. Or 0, 1, or 2. It's crazy. Robertson probably is in the same boat. Cancelo's been solid though. I'm glad I got him. Mahrez was a bust in round 3. Vardy's been Saka's been awesome. Good for you, Ortiz. He's been keeping your team together. Between him and Almiron, seems seemingly all you need, really. Foden's been great. Madison's fucking love James Madison, dude. Oh my god, he was one of my favorite picks of this draft. I gotta say, but yeah, Ronaldo. Okay, so Ronaldo. Who could I have picked at forward? That would have been better because, as you can see, Havertz, blech. Calvert-Lewin, blech. How long is he fucking? Is he scumbag? What forward? So I could have taken Ivan Toney, who I did take. Ivan Toney's been fucking phenomenal. He scored 2 goals against City yesterday and won the game. Or 2 days ago? Must have been 2 days ago at this stage. On Saturday. What other forwards though? Like Holly Watkins, I guess. Bamford, no. Callum Wilson, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Probably could have taken him. But yeah, I guess the forwards such a drop off, man. There's really only a few good ones. Um, let's see. Let's just look. Let's just scroll down to the bottom, see if anyone else had any hidden gems. Odegaard, 8th round, awesome pick. Martinelli, wow. I think I said this to Weston at the draft. Like he was saying, like, oh, Martinelli's gonna be the best Arsenal fantasy, whatever. I was like, he's not gonna have more points than Odegaard. Blah blah blah. 77, 77. I was personally under the impression that Emil Smith Rowe was going to be fit and taking time away from Martinelli. The way that Martinelli's playing and Smith Rowe hasn't really been that fit, how can you not start Martinelli? No, it's amazing stuff. Yes, Smith Rowe 10th round bust. Um, Mitrovic, who I did take, would have been a better forward to take, and then I dropped him pretty quickly. Stupid. Kieran Trippier, guys, 13th round, 96 points. Jeez. Jeez. Yeah, not too many other hidden gems in here. Let's take a quick look here. Holland, Kane, Trippier is player number 3. Almiron is number 4. Tony is number 6. Trossard, dude, it's so crazy. It's like you see Holland, you see Kane, you see De Bruyne, you see Salah, the guys you expect, and then Trippier, Almiron, Ivan Tony, and Trossard. I don't even know Trossard's first name. Leandro. God, I didn't know that. Is Almiron Miguel? Yeah, we got that. We got that. Let's see. Yeah, Martinelli, Odegaard both sitting on 77. James Madison, Rodrigo, Bukayo Saka's on 76. Look at that Arsenal contingent. The whole page is almost Arsenal. I fucking love it. Wow, that is just great. Saliba and Gabriel, the center back pairing of dreams. Who would have thought, guys? But that's all I got through 16 weeks. Hope you all have a wonderful week. I just got back to Baltimore. I went to a beautiful wedding last night in New York. Funnily enough, Kevin Carroll was at the same wedding venue the night before. Isn't that insane? Of all fucking places, what a small world. But have a great Monday, my friends, and I look forward to the World Cup, and I look forward to this resuming on Boxing Day, December 26th. Thank you. Goodbye.